Well, hello there, and welcome to Coffee Clatch. I'm your hostess, Eppie-sode. Now, you're asking, what is a coffee clatch? Well, that's where a group of friends and neighbors get together, and they have their favorite beverage, and they have some fun and talk about everything under the sun. When your friends and family can't get a hold of you, you just tell them you're at the Coffee Clatch and invite them on in. They're always welcome.
Hello and welcome. I'm your hostess, Eppie-sode, and I hope you are well. Well, the holidays are over. And people are starting to resume their normal lives, whatever normal is, whatever that is. And all the frantic bustling about and the frenzy is over and done, and all that remains are the remaining stories of what went down. Well, I have one, and it's like everybody has their story. I have one. I was in a store looking for a CD holder for my husband's gift, and I was standing in the aisle with a cart, and I was looking them over, and a man came up. I don't know how old the man was, probably my age, I guess, I don't know. And he came hurrying up with the salesperson and was asking some kind of a question, and they came running up. And so they came, and the man came right in front of me. I mean, I really thought the man was going to walk over me. And it's not like it was this big rush on these things. But anyway, so I kind of stepped back and made a little cough, and they both turned around and looked at me like, where'd you come from? I guess I can be quiet, very quiet when I want to be. I am. So and then the salesperson said, well, are you with him? And I said, no. So the man didn't ever apologize. He never did say, pardon me. It's like, well, gee, aren't we polite? And I think it's just amazing how people can become invisible. That's a whole different, there's going to be several ways you can take that. But it is amazing, isn't it? So now we're going to be resuming our product warning labels. And this is from the topic of assurances. Safe for use around pets. Now this is on Arm & Hammer cat litter. That's good that it is. Small print from commercials. Now, have you ever tried to read those? I mean, it's like... Anyway, do not use house paint on face. In a Visa commercial that it depicts an expecting couple looking for paint at a hardware store. Okay. I don't think I ever saw that one. Do not drive cars in ocean. Now, this is in a car commercial in which the car is in the shows the car like body surfing in the ocean. I haven't seen that one either. Always drive on roads, not on people. And this is from a car commercial which shows a vehicle body surfing at a concert. Well, you can drive on people, but you better have real good insurance. It's kind of frowned upon. For a limited time only, from a Rally's commercial that described how their burgers were fresh. Well, that can be taken two ways. You know, there is an expiration date on how good their food, anybody's food is, before it turns. Anyway, signs and notices. No stopping or standing. And this is a sign at bus stops everywhere. What are you supposed to do? I'd really like to know what you're supposed to do. Do not sit under coconut trees. This is a sign on a coconut palm in West Palm Beach circa 1950. Probably bonk you on the head. These rows reserved for parents with children. This is a sign in a church. Okay. Usually if you have children, you are a parent. But you could be a parent and your children are grown up or not with you. So I guess it's not really as silly as it sounds. All cups leaving this store, whether full or empty, must be paid for. a sign in a Cumberland Farms in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. I don't know. I just read them, folks. I don't know. Malfunction. Too less water. Well, number one, that's horrible English. A notice left on the coffee machine. Prescriptions cannot be filled by phone. This is on a form in a clinic. What do? Hold the receiver up and over your bottle and hope it pops out the bot. You could be a winner. No purchase necessary. Details inside. And this is on a bag of Fritos. You know, I've seen those, and I've always wondered how you're supposed to find out the details. That makes no sense. Who was asleep at the wheel that day? Fits one head. Now this is on a hotel-provided shower cap box. Well, the full moon arrives January the 9th at 1:32 a.m. And this is called the full wolf moon. And the reason it's called the full wolf moon is this full moon appeared when wolves howled in hunger outside the villages. And it is also known as the old moon. To some Native American tribes, this was the snow moon, but most applied that name to the next full moon in February. The best days in January, too. Begin a diet to gain weight, the 26th and the 31st, pardon me. To begin a diet to lose weight, the January 13th and 17th. Can, pickle, or make sauerkraut, which, okay. The 17th and 18th. Cut hair to discourage growth, January 14th and 15th. To cut hair to encourage growth, the 3rd, 25th, and 26th. Now we're going to turn our eye to the sky, and this is a special thanks to Bob Berman, as featured in the 2012 Old Farmer's Almanac. The new sky year brings with Jupiter high up on the Aries-Pisces border at nightfall. They stuck together. Venus opens its year already conspicuously 20 degrees high in the west at nightfall and sits next to faint blue Neptune on the 11th and 12th. Mars in Leo and rapidly brightening, it will double in the course of the month, rises just after 10 p.m. and is nicely high at midnight. Saturn in Virgo rises at 1:30 a.m. The moon hovers above Jupiter on the 2nd, and on the 16th is then near Saturn, to the right of Venus on the 25th, and above Venus on the 26th, and to the right of Jupiter on the 29th. So it's just bouncing all over the place. And now, from Eppie's diary. Are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then I'll begin. You know, something that has always confused me, it don't take much, folks, is when people talk of biweekly or biannually. Now, if you really think about the prefix bi, which means two or twice, wouldn't it mean that would be twice weekly? If it's bi-weekly, and or twice annually if it's a biannual. I'm talking of flowers. Now, but I don't think it does, though. Yeah. I think it means every 2 weeks, like in a paycheck, you get paid every 2 weeks, the second week, every other week, whatever. Or like in a flower that is a biannual, doesn't it bloom after 2 years? I honestly don't know, or does it only last 2 years? I don't know. Like I say, that just always, you know, it just boggles my mind. You know, it's little wonder that English is so difficult for so many people. You know, it's my native tongue, and I don't even understand some of it. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I had to take my car into the garage to have some repairs. You know, yeah, that happens, you know. Anyway, so, you know, they always have to tell you, usually they'll call you up and they'll, you know, because you tell them, okay, call me with the charges, you know, how much it's going to be, so that you're kind of sitting down. So it's no big surprise. So that you can say yes or no before they do the work, and then you say, well, I'm not going to pay it because you didn't tell me. Okay, so anyway, so they had called me and I knew what it was, so I went back in there, and they came and got me actually in their courtesy car, and so they had told me how much it was, so I'm in there and I'm at the place paying my bill, and the lady there, she told me how much it was, and I said, okay, well, what are you going to, you know, and I was kind of joking around with her. And I said, well, I don't like it, but what are you going to do, you know? I'm just kind of joking around with her. And she said, you know, you'd be surprised. There's so many people that, and she said it was refreshing to hear somebody actually kind of make light of it, you know, and accept it. Because she said you'd be surprised how many people actually throw a fit over the amount and just get very ugly and grouse about it, and it's really terrible. You know, but my question is, you know, they already knew. They knew before they went in there. They, you know, and if they didn't know that, they were kind of silly not to even ask before they went in there, so they could be braced. You know, because I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would even work on it if you know, you didn't give them the okay anymore, because they, yeah. Anyway, oh, I wanted to share something with you as well. My husband, for the holidays, he bought himself one of these. They make like soda. I don't drink sodas anymore, so but it has like the carbonated water thing, and you put it in this thing, I don't know, and you push it down twice and you put water under there, and it gets carbonized. I don't know. Anyway, it shoots it in there and it makes it all bubbly and stuff. You know, well, it makes this really weird noise. Now, you've heard me speak of Yogi. Well, anytime I turn the he barks at a lot of things. When I turn the timer on my oven, when I'm cooking something, when it goes off, he runs and he gets all bristly and runs in there and barks and just carries on. And I always say, oh, good boy, good boy, good boy. Because I figure, why, you know, he's going to yell, he's going to bark at it anyway. Might as well tell him he's a good boy. Lets me know. And so, so when it does this it makes these funny noises 3 times. And of course that just sets Yogi off. And here he comes, he's all bristled up and he's barking and he comes a running to see what's going on. And my husband just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. So I think that's all for this time. Until next time, I hope to see you at the Coffee Clutch.